Hello, my name is Ryan Revoir, an arborist community gear expert, and today this video is on metal splices. This is a really incredible trick if you work with kern mantle ropes a lot, or if you don't always like working with spliced ropes but enjoy the more smooth terminations that they provide. Basically what it is it's a trick to use a kind of rigging plate knot to establish a connection for either a carabiner, or it can also be used for a really lightweight, low profile spar connection or base anchor. Something that this method is really great for is if you have ropes that have a really terrible hand. Specifically, this is probably the worst hand that I could get out of any rope. This is a 5-year-old 11mm sterling HTP. Very rough rope. It almost more resembles wire rope now than a polyester rope. But despite how hard it is to tie knots with this, it's still really easy to use this method to create a termination with an eye. To perform this method, you're going to need a rigging plate with 4 holes. The 2 options that I've been using have been the DMM Bat Extra Small and the Grivel 4. You can find the DMM Bat Extra Small on TreeStuff.com. The Grivel 4 is a bit of a curio to find, but sometimes works a little bit better for 13mm rope since it has slightly larger holes. But I would highly recommend the DMM Bat Extra Small. This is the one I've used the most, and the rigging plate that I've seen this method brake tested on. To perform the metal splice, what we're going to do is we're going to take our rope. I always find this super useful with kern mantle ropes. Something that can be nice is if you whip the ends, you don't have to put a retrieval loop on here like I have, but whip the ends and maybe dip them in water-based polyurethane, just so that it pokes through the hole a little bit easier, or just tape up the ends super tight. So you're going to pass it through one of the holes, and then through the middle hole. Now leave this loop open here because you're going to need it to finish. So pull it through, and then finally place it back through the last hole. And then this one we pull tight, so it comes tight to the plate. And then place the tail through here, press that as tight as you can on the plate, and then tighten here. Now you can just clip your carabiner through that hole, and that is the splice. The reason this is so wonderful is it comes undone very well. It doesn't get super tight like a knot. I'd say it even comes off easier than a bowline, because if you just push the rope from the working end, it's just very easy to open that up and then slide everything back out again. Just like that. Now, for a spar connection, you can use this very much in the same way that you would use a ring for a spar connection, by passing the rope through the larger hole, tossing the rope around the tree, and then performing the same splice, going in through one of the holes, back through the middle, leaving this loop open, back through the final hole, tighten it up all the way, and then bring it through. There we go. Now you have this nice choker, super low profile. To make this kosher, you definitely want to throw a backup knot in there. But yeah, I always throw in a backup knot. This doesn't slip at all, but it's never a bad idea to put in a backup knot. So that is how you use a rigging plate to make a super low profile termination on unspliceable ropes, or ropes that just don't have a splice, and also making a super nice low profile base anchor or choker for a spar connection. I do not take credit for this. This is not my technique. I saw it on the One Armed Arb Instagram page, and but yeah, these DMM extra small bat rigging plates are super useful, and I would highly recommend that you pick one up at TreeStuff.com. Thank you. I hope you could learn something from this video. I think it's a super fun trick. This is what I use for all my base anchors. Thanks again. Bye.